You hear the trophies? You know what that means. It's another episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, episode 56 to be exact. And oh my goodness. I said, oh my goodness. Not ooh. Just made that up off the fly, off the cuff. Yes, I know, guys. It's a Friday. It's not in the morning. It's kind of late in the evening. Well, we're doing something a little different this week because I got some personal matters to handle tomorrow in the morning. So, we decided to do this show, as you see right here, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But, what is up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to another episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, where we talk about the latest, the greatest, the good, the bad, the ugly news of PlayStation throughout the week. I am one of your hosts, Jade Bari, but I'm also joined by the host with the most, the Battlefield 2042 God, Mr. I'm gonna run you over with a vehicle, the King of Queens himself, Gaming with Persona. Persona, what's good, man?
Hey man, what's good, guys? Your boy Persona, Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, and the other half of the host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
Except for today.
Every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. except for today.
You got your intro already locked in.
I don't think some people don't realize that. Like, I guess we got to keep reminding people that this is a joint effort and not a singular thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, listen, very happy to be here. It's a lot of good news and a lot of good topics to come through today. I know Bari's going to mention it, so I'll save it for when he mentions it in terms of the thank yous. But, I definitely, I'm happy to be here with you guys, even on this Thursday. That's Friday. I'm all messed up.
Yes, sir.
On this Friday afternoon. And it's a lot of great topics, a lot of great news. So, stick around, and I can't wait to talk with you guys.
Yo, Persona, man. I mean, you already hinted towards it. You already opened the door. You cracked it open. The door made a creak. You know when you try to sneak in, but the door, it already creaked up, man. You know what I mean? We heard the footsteps. Yeah. We might as well just announce it, man, because we hit a milestone here on What's Up PlayStation. Big milestone. And you let the people what happened, Persona, man. Let the people what happened. Let them know.
Of course. So, man, listen. The turnout for last week's show was monumental,
yes, sir.
To say the least. It was a very big turnout. I know me and Bari, we had made like side bets, like, do you think we're gonna have like 500 or 1,000 concurrents? And I'm like, I think we'll get about 5. He said at that 1K, and we edged that out around like 700 concurrent views for the live stream for the show, which was really great to see. And the support that you all have given us, and the amount of, the super chats, the subscriptions, sharing, you guys constantly sharing the stream out, and some of you guys, letting these review journalists know, hey, look, you give credit to the people that got the interview. Like, all that stuff really means a lot, and a lot of the love that we've been getting from the community, it's been a lot, very overwhelming, but great to see. And man, so on the interview, we reached 10K viewers on the interview for last Saturday's episode of What's Up PlayStation. First one of our first episodes to hit 10K, over 1K likes and whatnot, and it's just, I'm happy. So and I know Bari's happy as well. So we definitely want to say thank you to everyone who's watched the show, who subscribed, who super chatted, who shared the streams out and whatnot. It really means a lot, and we thank you, honestly.
Yeah, 100%, man. For real, like, Persona cleared it up and said it best, man. Thank you, guys. Hitting a milestone, not only with the interview itself, but we fired up another podcast. I mean, another live stream right after, and that was had over like 300 and something likes as well. So. We had over 1,000 likes on the Sean Layden interview. So shout out to you guys hitting the like button. The reception was really, really good as far as people saying like, yo, you guys handle yourself well with the interview. And yeah, like Sean was great. You know what I mean? Interviewing him, that was really fun to do. You know what I mean? Very cool guy, very down to earth, and hopefully one day we bring him back, man, to let's talk about some future stuff or you know the things that he's doing over there at Streamline. And yeah, man, it was great, man. It was great. Can't say it enough. You know, now we're here. You know, back to the regular schedule program, me and Persona. Even though it's not the regular schedule back program because we're on a Friday here. But next week, guys, I just want to let you guys know. Next week we'll be back to the regular schedule program with Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right. This is just one little special week that you know Persona shout out to him for holding it down. Yo, man,
we got some. Let's get to super chats real quick.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Noriko, man, appreciate you for the $20 super chat.
Go ahead, my bad.
He says, "Sorry guys, I tried to send a big super chat last weekend, but the bank decided to keep blocking my card. But good job last week. Yo, man, don't ever. You know, we appreciate the super chats, but don't ever feel like it's obligated, Noriko.
Mhm.
You know, it's always appreciated, but you know, nothing to be sorry about. We appreciate the support, the views, the likes, and things like that. So thank you, Noriko.
Yeah,
honestly,
Noriko, you show a lot of support to this channel, to my channel, to Persona channel. So yeah, we appreciate it, bro. Trust.
100%. Yo, Logical, man, appreciate you for the $2 Canadian. He says, hope this can help Persona get his pilot's license. Listen, hey, man, listen, I'm flying in that Battlefield 2042 is trash.
Inverted, man. Inverted. We can't
Inverted,
do man.
I can't, man.
But yo, let's get on with the rigmarole of the show, Persona. You know what I mean? Good to talk to you once again. You know what I mean? Sometimes these weeks feel like a month. Just letting you know. But you know the vibes, man. We gotta let the PlayStation Nation, the Whups Nation. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool, right? Whups Nation.
Yeah, Whups Nation sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds a little cool right there, man. We gotta let them know the games that came out throughout the week, man. So, you know, here are the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 games this week for October 4th through the 10th. So let's get on with it. And here we go. First game we got here is Humpuz for the PlayStation 4. Then we have Probe, a game dev experience for the PlayStation VR. So shout out to the VR. Agatha Christie, Hercule Patriot, the first cases for the PlayStation 4. Alan Wake Remastered for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Did you pick that up, Persona, or no?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you're not into the Alan Wake. I thought you like Remedy stuff like that though.
No. Let's clarify. I like Control, and to a lesser degree, I kind of sort of enjoyed Quantum Break.
Quantum Break was kind of cool. Quantum Break was cool.
Yeah, a lot of issues.
Story was
a lot
bad.
of issues. Story had some problems, but I think the combat and the action was good. And I didn't like the whole TV show thing they were doing in between episodes. Between I felt like chapters and things like that.
I feel like the TV show story wise was better than the game. Just to keep it
the production values I thought were very good, and you know it was something different. And I'm a big fan of Lance Reddick because he was in the show. So Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, he was in it as well.
Yeah.
I think to that degree, you know, that was cool. But I think the story, just how it came together like that, where between every chapter or every two chapters, whatever, there was like a 15-minute like live action. I was just like, nah, it just wasn't done as well as I would have hoped it could have been.
The pacing threw you off, but yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Then we have BPM, bullets per minute. Oh, that sounds kind of fun. I ain't gonna cap. For the PlayStation 4, Let Hell Loose.
Hell Let Loose.
Oh, yo, I just messed that all up.
You said Let Hell Loose. I'm like, what?
Hell Let Loose for the PlayStation 5.
I played this. Absolutely not, bro.
It's a no-go?
This makes Battlefield look like COD, boy. Absolutely not.
Oh,
bro.
man.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I saw you, Court. I think with Dre as well. Y'all was going back and forth. Like, your Court was like, this is not a you game. Like, yeah, I agree.
yeah, it's definitely not. That's why that shit got cut off after 20 minutes.
Oh, man.
It's not.
Yo, then we have Jet the Far Shore for the PlayStation 5. That finally came out, which is cool. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. Puzzle Bobble 3D Vacation Odyssey, PlayStation 5 and 4. Rainbow Billy, The Curse of Leviathan for the PlayStation 4. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Ooh, wait. I get that date later down the line. Moving on, Art of Rally for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Night Squad 2 for the PlayStation 4. Tangled Tower for the PlayStation 4. Blazing Breaks for the PlayStation 4. Children of Morta Complete Edition for the PlayStation. Yo, that sounds familiar.
I think there's an indie game called Child of Morta. I think Child of Morta or something like that. I believe. The name does sound familiar.
It sounds familiar, yo. It definitely. Yeah. I have a vision in my head, but I don't know if it's that game. You know what I mean? But,
yeah.
It is what it is. Yo, what is good, guys, man? Appreciate you guys coming through. I know it's not Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, next week. And then we have Far Cry 6, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. Now, Persona, I saw your tweets. Huh? What? I saw your tweets.
Yeah.
Let me know your impressions.
I didn't pick it up.
Oh!
I said, see, if you pay attention to the tweets, I said a small part of me was thinking about picking it up, but I ended up not.
I just wanted you to confess. I know you didn't pick it up because I know sometimes when you have like interest, you're just gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean? You're gonna pick it up. You might not play, or you might dive in a little bit, but you didn't pull the trigger, huh?
No, not this. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till Black Friday.
So what was it? You saw the horse flying in the sky. What was it?
Honestly, because I had watched BG's preview a couple weeks back when they did that preview, and there was a Kid Smooth. I watched some of his gameplay as well, and watched his review and things like that. And the gameplay that I was watching from Kid Smooth, it looked cool. But I'm saying it to myself, and then I was watching a couple of like previews and reviews and stuff like that. And I'm saying to myself, this is a game that I know I want to play, but I'm not going to, because this is what happens with every Far Cry. I've bought every single Far Cry, and I played them for like 10 hours, 5 hours, and then I just don't. I don't finish. I don't, for some reason with Far Cry games, I don't finish them. So I was saying with this one, a small part of me wants to play it. The biggest reason is because of Giancarlo Esposito. You feel me? He's a great actor. I'm a big fan of him. And the premise of this game looks really cool and really intriguing to me. Where I'm like, I can see myself trying this, and like they have some really cool, quirky weapons. Like you got a rocket launcher on your back that you just tilt forward and kind of shoot like a mortar system type of thing. It's a lot of cool things, and the world does look beautiful, right? But I'm like, I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till Black Friday. Now, chances are by the end of this weekend, the game might be bought. No bullshit. But as of right now, I'm gonna wait till Black Friday.
So a game that a series that you never complete, you just want to buy it, just to buy it.
I want to try this one out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I watched Kid Smooth like co-op stream and his impressions as well. And for me, I just don't see. Like, yeah, they got some cool stuff of how you can use with your weapons. But when I see the weapons in action, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It don't look appealing to me. But I'm not saying you shouldn't get it or not. Far Cry, they can be addictive, or they can just be, you can just be burnt out on them. You never know. But
the game, like I said, the games, like I buy them because like I'm always intrigued with the story, the villains, and all that, and all that. But then I get into the world, and it's just, I kind of like flatline. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
He's like, hold on, champ. Hold on, champ. Yo, so
exactly.
Corey's saying, yeah, there's a game called Child of Morta. Yeah, okay.
Yes, yeah, I remember that game. Yeah.
All right, man. So then we have Milk Coco for the PlayStation 4, then Super Arcade Soccer 2021 for the PlayStation 4. Yo, what was that soccer game where people was posting up screenshots where
I think it's called eFootball or something like that.
Yo, they was looking crazy.
Yo, they had Messi looking kind of wild,
Yo,
boy.
how did they get the licensing for that, yo? Because
I don't
I was
know.
like, yo, they had people looking weird. It looked like a Assassin's Creed bug.
Yeah.
What was the one that was mad buggy and messed up? The one in France or Paris? Unity.
Unity.
Yeah, yo. So the people that their eyes were bulging and you can see through their skin and they
You see
see.
the skeleton and all.
Yeah,
Yo,
I was like, yo, this game looking wild, boy.
crazy, bro. That joint was wild. Yo, that's a fact.
Oh man, yo, shout out to that game, yo. But
Yeah.
let's move it along, man. So that's the game for the week, guys. Pretty good week. I mean, there's stuff that you guys can pick up and play. And also there's the beta for Battlefield as well. We're going to get into our impressions after we give the spotlight.
Of
So,
course.
what's your spotlight game for this week, Persona, man?
Um, it was a really hard decision. I was thinking about it while like with the whole countdown and everything. I think for me, my spotlight for this week is going to be God of War Ragnarok. Now, I wish I would have gave it last week when we were talking about Christopher Judge and the whole him revealing why the game got delayed and the surgeries and things he had to go through. Shout out to him. Um, but I'm going to give God of War Ragnarok my spotlight for this week for three reasons. One, God of War 2018 was such a departure from the original, how God of War people originally remember it, right? A much deeper storytelling, combat and things like that. The world, a lot of that stuff is really good, and to kind of evolve the series in a way to make it feel fresh is a very tough feat, right? But I think it's something that Cory Barlog and the Sony Santa Monica team did exceptionally well. So when I see God of War Ragnarok, especially with the way God of War 2018 ended, that is definitely a game that's at the top of my list of a game that I cannot wait to play, right? Um, and when I look at the work and the effort and time that Cory Barlog, Christopher Judge, the new director Eric, I forget his last name, Jesus, but the new director of Ragnarok and the trailer and everything that we saw, the open world and everything, it looks so amazing that it's a game I cannot wait to play. Once when that game comes out, I'm going dark. Don't bother me, right? And I do think it's a game, especially if you loved God of War, especially if you love God of War 2018, which I think a lot of us do. I do think it's a game that people should check out, play, pre-order whenever it comes out, buy, support, right? Because the team is working exceptionally hard and it looks very good, right? From what I've seen, it looks very good. So yeah, God of War, and then I break the rules. Can I break? Uh, Guardians of the Galaxy comes out this month. It's October. Guardians of the Galaxy comes out October 26th. This is a game that I was kind of the jury was kind of still out on, right? But when the more gameplay that I saw, the more I warmed up to it, the more improvements that I saw, and the more excited I became to want to play the game. So, present where we're at now, I'm very excited for the game. Can't wait to pick it up. It comes out October 26th, PS5. Definitely check that out. You muted, Barry.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I'm saying I'm very excited for Guardians of the Galaxy as well. I think the game looks much better. And
Mm-hmm.
the as it count down to release, I'm getting more excited, man, because I rewatched some of the gameplay this week as well, and I was like, yeah, yo, I'm kind of feeling what I'm seeing, especially when it comes to
Yeah.
like the combo structure as far as like the font that it has, letting you know that, oh, you did a big blast, and I like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. But
Yeah. Yeah.
my spotlight game for the week is gonna be Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Ah,
If you
that does
guys
come
want
out.
to,
Yeah.
say the Japanese version, the Hinokami Chronicles, man. I think I was rewatching some of the, the character trailers, and I'm like, yo, this looks fun as hell, man. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
hope
Mm-hmm.
it's not like spammy, like how typical 3D, arena,
Yeah.
games are, but
I like My Hero.
Yeah, like my hero can be spammy as well, but
Yeah,
you
depending on the
can
character.
maneuver around it. Like if they have the maneuver options in this
Mhm.
game, and it looks like they do.
Well,
But
I think what this game is going to be. I'm sorry to cut you off during your spotlight. I think this game is going to be more melee focused as well. So I think it'll be more close quarters than anything else.
yeah, but I mean, people do. Yeah, you're right. It is more close quarters and stuff, but you do have your breathing techniques and the demon side of things. They have their
Mm-hmm.
abilities. But yeah,
Sure.
I mean, I'm excited for it, man. And this is probably one of those fighting games that I'm gonna play the story. You know what I mean? Because I like Demon Slayer a lot when it comes to story. So I'm gonna replay that interactively with a video game. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, that comes out next week. It comes out on the 15th. And October is about to be one of those months where, just like September, it's a lot of games going to be releasing. A lot of games is going to be dropping, and we're going to be talking about game of the years and all that stuff again, man. So, or top games, top 5 games, or top 10 games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
For the
Yep.
year, after the year closes down, 2021 closes away, or
I think this month is actually going to be like the last heavy month of the year because we've got obviously Call of Duty and Battlefield in November,
mm-hmm.
but November and December is really like
and
shooter
Final
season.
Fantasy 14.
And Walker. So we got it's yeah.
And
So then
Walker.
think about it. It actually is a pretty heavy between November, December. You got COD, Vanguard, Battlefield, and Walker, and then December is Halo. So yes, it's shooter season. It's shooter season. We getting into the.
Oh, you
Oh,
forgot. You forgot. Hell Let Loose.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Speaking of hell being let loose,
Yes,
let's give
sir.
our impressions on Battlefield 2042, man. Persona,
Yes, sir.
you was just streaming. You was giggling. You was giggling and cackling all over the goddamn place. Streaming. You was smiling ear to ear. What's your impressions, man?
They better than COD. A lot better than Call of Duty. All right. So listen, this full disclaimer, right? I'm a COD guy. I'm a COD player. I like the fast-paced, twitchy, more structured type of shooters. I've always maintained that energy. I want to put that full disclaimer out there before I start talking about Battlefield, because really, the last Battlefield that I've truly enjoyed was Battlefield Bad Company 2. 1942 was pretty cool back on PS3 when I played it.
Yeah.
And Battlefield, I didn't play 3, 4, and 4 and the others I kind of dabbled in, but
Oh,
really
we
Bad
played
Companies
4.
too. Yeah, we play 4. But Bad Company 2 is really where I spent a bulk of my time during that during the whole Battlefield seasons, right? So with this Battlefield 2042, this wasn't really something that I was really looking to pick up, right? Because I know how Battlefields are. It's very open world, it's very big, very almost battle royale like. Weapons, vehicles, and all this, and such a large map, so many players. It's not really something that I really would gravitate towards. But I did said that I wanted to play it to see how it was. See if maybe to change. Maybe this would be the one to change my mind. I played it with Bari. Shout out to Logical, MUI, Tony. A bunch of us were playing it. We played together today, and it's
It's good, in my opinion.
it's no, it's not a bad game. I do think it's a good game, right? I do think especially for the Battlefield community, I do think that community will definitely have fun with this. With me, it's a game where it's not something that I would spend hours on, right? With Call of Duty, I could spend 3 or 4 hours playing COD and time would fly. With Battlefield, although we all was giggling and laughing and trying and kind of moving as a unit, I do think it's something that you still need to have friends to play with to a degree, especially if you're going to play something along the lines of Conquest. It's not really something that I feel a solo player can go in and shine. Again, this is just my opinion, but I don't think it's something that a solo player could really shine in. Like for me, I can get on a match in Call of Duty and I can own the map. You feel me? Bari, we've played together a number of times, right? Like
I think it's more tied to the mode that you're playing as well. Because I mean, I was having fun playing it solo. Even we're gonna talk about the glitches and stuff. We're just talking about the fun aspect. But I do get where you're coming from. It was much more fun playing it with your friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, oh, we're going for B. Oh, let's hunt this dude down. You know what I
Let's
mean?
hunt it down. Yeah. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. But it's typical Battlefield though, right? Like it's Battlefield. You're gonna have the weapons, the armored vehicles, the helicopters, VTOLs, all that crazy stuff. You know, all that stuff is there. It's Battlefield. And I guess we can do this in categories because I don't want to talk about the weapon. Are we going to speak on weapons and all that separately, or can we just kind of? How do you want to do it?
I said let's talk about the weapons. You know what I mean?
So the fun
or
has
do matter of fact, yeah. Let's break it down like weapons.
Let's break it down. All right. So right now on the fun factor, I think Battlefield is fun. It has the potential to be a fun experience, right? Even for someone like me that's a COD player, I do think it has potential to be fun. But is it something that I would sink a lot of time into? No.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think if the game, I don't want to jump ahead, but if the game didn't have these glaring issues that I feel like it's not going to get fixed day one, I would have bought it because I was having fun with it. And when it comes to the guns, I do feel that they need more options as far as like attachments. Like I would like a stock, you know what I mean? Because the way how you move in this game is very, you run, but it's like point and shoot. You know what I mean? It's no real like, oh, one-on-one engagement. I can strafe this dude. You know, you can do it. You know what I mean? But it's not as fluid as how like Call of Duty would do it, especially with certain attachments. The guns do feel good as far as like recoil and the bullet drop and all that stuff. That takes, you know, skill as well to do. But yeah, I mean, I was having fun with it. I just feel like what's hindering me to pre-order the game or even buy it, it's the glaring issues. Like the hit detection with the guns. I feel that needs work. They need to have like a registry where if I'm hitting the opponent, I don't know how to say it, but I can feel that I'm hitting somebody. I feel like I'm not hitting nobody in this game, especially when I'm using the regular the first assault rifle that we have. Yo, we got a super chat real quick, Persona man, before we continue.
Yeah, sure.
From DJ.
Oh,
go ahead.
Shout out to DJ Reflex, man. He says recent listener, but I just wanted to say appreciate y'all and the work that you do. Hey DJ, man, thank you for supporting
thank you,
us.
DJ, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Welcome to the Wolf Nation.
To the Wolf Nation. Welcome, man. And we hope you enjoy your stay. Of course. To kind of touch on the weapons real quick, Bari, just to add on to what you're saying. The weapons do feel good, but they also feel very samey. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Like, because for instance, what I ended up gravitating towards the most was the LMG, the LCMG, whatever they call it in this game. And it felt good, right? And the attachments, I feel like the attachments don't really have that big of a change to how the gun functions. You get what I'm saying? Like, so for instance, in Call of Duty, one attachment versus another can really determine how you move, how your accuracy is, things like that. In this game, I didn't really feel like my attachments did much outside of the scope. Right, the scope obviously enables you to shoot further, see further, and things like that. But I feel like the other attachments in the game didn't really. They might have served a small purpose, but to me, I don't feel like that the purpose that the other attachments were supposed to serve didn't feel substantial enough for me to notice, or even because there were times where I would forget to put the other attachments on and just put the scope on and be running with that. Like I would just because like I'm so focused on getting a scope on the gun so I can see further because of how large the map is, and I would forget to use the other attachments because I feel like the other attachments didn't really pull me in and say, "Oh yeah, I gotta have this grip on because this grip is definitely going to do this and the third."
I agree with you because there's times where I put the grip on, like the AK. I've been using the AK. And first of all, the AK is bugged out right now, where it automatically resets to default base gun every time you die. So if you die and you had like you equipped like a sight or the grip, or like the different mag on the 21 bullet mag. I forgot what it's called. It will reset it to the regular joint. But I felt like I was putting on a grip so I can have better recoil, but I didn't feel the difference between, you know, the gun without the grip and with the grip. So yeah, I agree with you. Like there wasn't real any difference outside of like using a scope so you can, you know, your field of view is just more, so you can see the enemy. You can be more visible to the enemy as far as you hitting them from far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100% because I don't. This is a beta. I'm pretty sure they're going to have more stuff with attachments, but I feel like when it comes to the switching of like attachments as well, I think that's really cool. I think that's really dope. I think more games should implement that. But you need to highlight what people are attaching more. So like the AK has like 2 different like clips you can use, right? Your regular ammo clip, and then you have this one where it's like only 21 to clip. I did feel a difference with that, where that 21, I guess it's different bullets that they're using. It would drop people quicker. You know what I mean? But you have less bullets. But I don't even know what the clip is called. Like they don't really dictate it. I'm pretty sure they have it, but it's not highlighted enough for me to be like, oh, this is this clip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know when the game comes out, you're gonna have more attachments and things like that. But you need to highlight that much more. You have it in this green background that can be it can be washed out depending on where you're at in the map. So if you're in a bright area, it's really hard to see sometimes. You know what you're looking at.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I agree with you 100% when it comes to the attachments. Doesn't really have any type of usefulness as far as outside of the reticles, the scopes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know the snipers in this game feel very inconsistent, like extremely inconsistent. Regardless of what scope I'm putting on the gun. It still feels like the bullets aren't hitting the enemy when I shoot the gun.
Yeah, because that's the hit detection, man. It needs a proper, like, headshots. That feels good when you hit a headshot, because it reminded me of the kill zone when you hit that little blip, But everything else, I'm just like, yo, bro, am I hitting this person? That's why I got to use the AK, because the AK gives me enough feedback that I'm shooting the gun. Like the other gun,
enough stopping power.
Oh, stop! Yeah, the other guns don't really give me that feedback. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but the guns it do feel good. Yo, so what do you feel about what do you think about the DualSense with this with the game?
So I definitely like it quite a bit actually. So there wasn't any there weren't any adaptive triggers for like shooting the gun in my beta, and I didn't really see a setting to turn that off or on. But what was available was that the haptic feedback. So if you're running on grass, running on metal, you know, running on concrete, or you're in a car or something like that, mud or whatever, or if you're in a car and you're driving over different terrains, you do feel that within the controller. It's very. I did like that that they did include that within the beta. Yeah, it feels good. I like it.
It feels very good, because that's the first thing I noticed, because I was hearing that people saying that the DualSense is like non-existent in the game. But when I booted up this morning, I was like, hold up. I'm feeling myself walking on this metal. You know what I mean? And it feels different than how I was doing it on the ground. You know what I mean? Like how I felt on the ground. So yeah, I like the DualSense implementations. I mean, they could probably add it with the adaptive trigger and stuff like that, but I doubt anybody would actually turn that on in a multiplayer type game. But
very true.
It feels good. Let's talk about these bugs, man, issues, and then we'll move on, because there's a lot of bugs, man. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of like flickering that happens in the game, especially when you're by like buildings. So the game would just bug out a little bit. I'm not talking about frame rate, because the frame rate to me didn't feel bad, but it was just like these visual glitches that's going on in the game, where it's a lot of flickering on top of a building or next to a building. Every time I'm next to a building, I feel like there's flickering going on. There's also times where the screen would just turn white, and it's just like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing? You know what I mean? The screen is turned white. There's a lot of clipping as well when it comes to like that's an environment. You will clip into like the ground, or you clip into like a crater or something like that. You just clip into a whole bunch of stuff in the game, which I feel like they need to polish that up. There's times where
there's also like I don't know if screen tearing is the right word that I'm using.
Oh yeah, like the top of the screen.
Yeah, there's like some bit of screen tearing that I noticed, and then like there's a lot of clipping and like
yeah. I was just
like where like your gun would like have like this crazy streak across the whole screen because the pixels aren't updating as fast as you're moving or whatever. The game is definitely extremely buggy. A bit laggy too at times, depending. But I will say that the frame rate was very consistent.
Yeah.
On PS5. Yeah, on PS5 the frame rate was very consistent, and it was really cool to see that. So, but there were a lot of bugs, very noticeable. Like if you're playing this beta, and from my understanding, this beta is from a couple months ago, from a couple months old. So, what people are saying is that the finished product is going to be much, much better. But the beta definitely does give an impression that the game needs more time in the oven. Because, you know, even if it's just even if it's just, you know, 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, it's still very rough in that regard.
Yeah, it's rough, man. And I'm not accepting that excuse that. Yeah, I understand that, you know, there's beta builds and it's not like the current build of the game, but I've played a lot of betas when it comes to competitive games, and I've seen where these developers were updating the beta as the weekend or the week progresses. So, you know what I mean? I'm not seeing anything from EA or DICE talking about, all right, so we see these issues going on here. We're going to fix this during the beta. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to wait for the retail game to, you know what I mean? Oh, it's going to be fixed in the retail game.
Hope. Yeah, just to hope that it's fixed. Like, I don't buy that either. Like, personally, just because if you're trying to, I understand a beta is mostly meant to, you know, find new bugs or things like that. But with this, it seems like this launched with stuff that was broken prior, and as someone playing this, I wouldn't be 100% confident in picking up this game with the hopes of, oh yeah, it'll be fixed at launch. Will it?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Because you delayed the game by a month. Will it?
Yeah, because it was supposed to come out this month, right?
Yes, it was supposed to come out.
Yo,
October
just to let you guys know that, like, we didn't turn off crossplay during the beta. Like, I'm not going to turn off crossplay during the beta.
No, don't turn off crossplay.
If you're trying to test, like, you know, servers and stuff like that, I'm not going to turn that off.
Yeah. One thing too, man, and Bari, I know you like the term quite a bit, or say this a lot. PlayStation. This is another game where PlayStation is saving the party system, because the social features within this game are atrocious.
Battlefield been like this for years, bro, and they still can't streamline the party system, bro. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible, and it's like people can join your your party, but they won't be in the game. And so, like, if you start a game, it won't show that the game has started for everybody else in the party. It's really weird and just very inconsistent. Which, you know, in comparison to COD, you know, for those that have watched mine on Bari streams with COD Sundays and whatnot, jump in a party, start the match. It shows that the match is searching for everybody. That's it. Boom. If someone joins your party while you're in a game, they'll either be on your team or be on the other team. But when that match ends, they'll be on your team moving forward while they're in your party. And, you know, that's it. It's very straight to the point, streamlined, and that's it. Battlefield, I feel like they're doing way too much, but then also not enough at the same time. Because the too much, the convol is very convoluted, but the convolution doesn't really serve a purpose, because you're still stuck with trying to figure out how to get all your friends into a match. But if you're on PlayStation 5, that invite system gets saved, because if you're all in a party, you can just invite through party, and that's it.
And
So another game that
why can't you have, like, I know they limit squads to 4, understandable, but why can't you have more than like at least 8 people in your party where you can have that would take up for 2 squads? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird. Like you add on 128 players, but you limit friends to just 4.
4.
Like,
It's like, bro, what? You're not even a 6-man, not even a 6-person squad. 4?
yeah, like
Like,
to
come
4.
on, man.
It's kind of weird, but like I did have fun with the beta. I am having fun with the beta, but there's a certain glaring issues that I personally feel like won't get fixed by the time the game comes out. You know, they're
Yeah.
gonna use it like, oh, games as a service, we'll fix it as we go by. But for a game that's to concentrate only on multiplayer, I expected much more on a grander scale. Like I expect more detail. Like the detail is
I
good.
accept those. I would expect those types of excuses from a free to play, not a game that you're paying money for up front.
No,
That's not
not
acceptable.
even if the game didn't focus just on multiplayer, right? It had a story or other modes going into it and all that stuff. Then I'd be like, okay, but you're just all about multiplayer. That's your focus. Like I expect the stuff to be much better.
Everything to be
Yeah, you know what I
everything to
mean?
be
Like, yo, you're
streamlined. Like,
focusing us
yeah,
on
yeah.
one thing, like, yo, multiplayer.
Mhm,
Like, and then
mhm.
it still feels like I'm still playing, Battlefield 4,
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
detail and
The,
stuff
the,
like that.
the social aspects on top of the bugs and things like that doesn't really leave me. And again, the gameplay is fun.
Yeah, the
Don't get it
gameplay is good.
twisted, it's fun. But the bugs, glitches, and issues, the lag, and the social aspect of the game lacking the way it is, does not leave me very confident in the full release. Being honest, now obviously there's going to be a lot of people that's going to love and enjoy the
Oh yeah,
game.
absolutely.
Cool, and the more power to you. But I think for me personally, I do not feel confident in buying this game day one. Just like with COD Vanguard, right? 'Cause I know some. Well, it's because you're a COD fanboy. I'm not buying
COD, I'm
COD
not buying
Vanguard.
at all.
Yeah, that's. I already got my refund from that. That's. I'm never buying that.
Hmm.
That's done. So, the consistency is just not there with this beta, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, fine. I mean, I'll continue to play it after we get off of here and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep. Yep.
overall, I feel like if you like
I ain't gonna
Battlefield,
cap. I'm gonna play COD when we get off here, but
oh
I'll
yeah.
try it again before the weekend's over. That's
I
for sure.
I feel like if you like Battlefield, you're gonna enjoy this game. You know what I mean? This is your game. But I also feel like if you're trying to convert other people over, like I personally feel like Battlefield players, your standards as far as like what you will want, I think it needs to go up. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys are just being accepting because this is how Battlefield is. Oh, the game is buggy. Oh, that's just normally how Battlefield is. Like, it's no different than the Bethesda fans that be like, oh, our games is buggy. Like, no,
Spectacular bugs.
step your standards up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Call of Duty is dropping a way that I don't like. I'm not supporting that. You know what I mean? There's certain things I'm hearing Battlefield players not liking, but they saying, "Oh, I'm still getting this day one." I'm like, "What?" it don't match in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I did have fun playing it. But hopefully it gets better. Once it get better and fix those issues, then I would definitely buy it for sure, 100%.
100%.
But
Yep.
yo, what's
I
good,
agree.
guys? Man, appreciate you guys coming through. You know what I mean? Yo, my man Strictly in there. He said, absolutely not, because all you say COD updates the beta, but it didn't update the actual game when it launched. I ain't hearing it. No, COD definitely
God.
updates the beta, because I know in Vanguard during that beta, they was updating that beta for sure. Guaranteed. There's certain things that's like gameplay mechanics wise, I just personally don't like, because it's clear it has those same type of movement issues and similarities to Modern Warfare 2019. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
they was actually updating the beta. I'm not going to cap it. You can look into Twitter. You can look into Twitter. You'll see it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not capping with that. But let's move along, guys, man. Let's move along. We have the top PlayStation Store downloads, Persona, man. And yo, Kina got some love from the PlayStation Nation, yo.
As it should. As it
or
should.
Kana, my bad, Kana.
Kana.
So the top US and Canada downloads were NBA 2, the top 3, NBA 2K22. Deadloo got some love.
Deadloo.
And Kana, Bridge of Spirits, man, number 3. Yo, beating out like Diablo, beating out Madden, beating out Ghost, Tales, Spider-Man.
I'm a bit disappointed at that Tales.
But Tales came out in when?
Beginning of September 10th.
Oh yeah,
it came out September 21st.
I'm not surprised with Tales at 7. At least it's in the top 10. If it was top 20, 10. I'd have been disappointed.
Look at that Miles Morales, boy. That game is selling, boy.
Yo, Death Stranding was selling because
Death Stranding was selling as well.
That just came out late in the month.
Well, hold on. I wonder if they count the $10 upgrades as a full game sale.
It might be that. You might be right.
I wonder if it's counting that as like a full game download. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there, but this is a hope. I'll say this. This is a very, like, even with the top 20, this is a very healthy list. Because even number 19 for US is Demon Souls, which I think is great. 15 is Ratchet and Clank, right? Marvel Avengers, very happy to see Marvel there. Right? Life is Strange got some love this last month.
In the top 10.
Yes, in the top 10, which I think is great. It's a very healthy list, man. So I'm happy to see.
What's funny is the European top downloads is a little different. Some games are still the same, but some are different. So their top 10 is Kana, NBA 2K, Diablo, Deadloo, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut.
Oh, they on that Ghost and Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding. You see how I interchanged a little bit here? Yo, Tales and Miles are in the same spot, number 7 and number 8. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, can I get it all? And F1.
Yes.
So
very good buy-in from I think both territories, man. I think it's a good thing. The fact that Miles Morales
PlayStation Nation, man. Let me see PlayStation 4 real quick.
The fact that Miles Morales and Tales of Arise are both top 10, I think is a very, very good thing. Very happy to see.
Yo, so this is funny, Persona. Then we move on. So Kana is in the top 10 or top 3 for PS5, but for the PS4, it is non-existent.
Oh, now people wanted that on PS5.
PlayStation.
I think a lot of people wanted that on PS5. Yeah, people wanted that on PS5 for sure. Because it's that's a game that it's so beautiful. I would if I didn't have a PS5, I would wait as well.
Yo, on the PlayStation 4, is it 60 frames? No, right? Is it 30?
No, it's 30. No, it's just the 30. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a clap. That's a clap. But yeah, man, shout out to the PlayStation Nation, man. Yo, PlayStation 5 owners, we out here, you know what I mean? Digital purchases. We out here, man. Making
digital
moves.
Boys and girls, we out here, man. Digital's the way to go, guys. If you ain't digital, time to go digital. It's the way to go.
Yo, so Persona, man. Naughty Dog, they heard you. They heard you was upset. They said, "Oh, you didn't like Last of Us Day, but we got an announcement for you." PlayStation Now games for October came in this week. PlayStation Now games for October: The Last of Us Part 2, Fallout 76, Desperados 3. So the full list is The Last of Us Part 2, Fallout 76, the Amnesia Collection, Desperados 3, Final Fantasy 8, because they're doing every Final Fantasy each month. And then we have Victor Vron Overkill Edition. And then we have yet another Zombie Defense HD. So those are the full games. Oops. Ambulance. Those are the full games coming in for PlayStation Now for October. What you thinking over there, man?
They are really like getting real aggressive with this PS Now. That's a good list, man. I really do think that's a very solid list. The fact PS Net, not PS Now, excuse me. The fact Last of Us 2 was on there this quickly though. Last of Us 2 came out a year ago. I'm like, damn, it's already on PS Now. That's although didn't they put God of War on PS Now until like January or something like that?
Yeah, but
At
God
one
of
point,
War came out 2018. They put that thing in there last year. You know what I mean? That was
was it
2 years
last
at
year?
least. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah. I
this
don't know. It's
is
pretty strange, man. Like, on one hand, I'm like, I definitely pull more people into PS Now, with the subs and things like that. On the other hand, I'm like, I'm wondering why is it in there so quickly? Like,
I got two theories. One, you can play Last of Us like a Halloween type game, right? You have your freakers, you know
okay,
what I mean? You got those
uh
scary mood settings and all that stuff. You know, you might want to do a Halloween stream. Oh, guys, I got The Last of Us. Yeah, Halloween stream.
okay.
Second theory. They saw the reception of Last of Us Day, and it was like, listen, let's do some good news and put this joint in PS Now.
I think it's the latter. I definitely, I most definitely, I hope PlayStation always does that.
Yeah, because
They
PlayStation
throw
is
out some
very
good news with
receptive
the
when it
bad
comes to like
news.
bad news. They're like, oh, you don't like that? All right, here's some news. Or so here's all this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, listen, this will definitely pull people into PS Now and play if you haven't already. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, all
a
right,
game
cool.
like this would definitely boost the subscriptions up a little bit there.
Well, it's
Um,
funny too, Barry, because I was actually was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. I was actually through PS Now's entire catalog just to kind of see. I know a lot of stuff is kind of going in there, so I wanted to kind of see what the state of the catalog was in between
mhm.
PS3, PS4, and whatnot. Yo, man, there is a lot of great games in there. I'm actually thinking about replaying. They have the whole Metal Gear Solid collection and Guns of Patriots in there. I didn't play Guns of Patriots, but I'm actually thinking about hopping on there and trying out
Oh yeah,
starting
they
up the
run good
collection
too.
again.
They run
Yeah,
good
yeah,
too.
yeah. They run good. So I'm actually thinking about getting on there because all this talk about Metal Gear past couple weeks actually does have me kind of in the mood, so to speak. So I might jump on there and play the collection of Guns of
Freshen
Patriots.
up on the story.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of great games are on PS3 and PS4. Um, through PS Now
Catalog content, as Sean Layden said
catalog.
last week.
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like
Yes,
PS
sir.
Now has a lot of content in there, and there are a lot of great games there, man. So I do think the service validates itself if you guys subscribe to it, because you can do it both streaming, or you have the PlayStation 4 games that you can download. There's also like a rumor going around saying that they're going to be adding PlayStation 5 games, but we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see
You
on
think
that.
so? Do you think they'll do that this soon?
I don't think it's going to be something as soon. It might be happening. Like, it's going to happen within a generation, though. I feel like.
I
Um,
feel like towards the end though, like maybe like the last 2 years of the gen, we might start getting like
yeah,
launch titles
possible.
in there, something like that. I don't know. I just feel like this early in the generation, I really don't see that happening per se. But you know, Ryan's been saying a lot of different things, so it might happen. Which I don't want to get ahead of like what we talk about much later, but it might happen, man.
Yo, listen, man.
We get to the super chat real quick. Yo, shout out to Upchuck Gaming, man. Appreciate you, bro. 4.99 super chat. He says, "Happy Friday. This Friday's show saved me. Day is dragging at work. Continued success." I appreciate your support always,
Appreciate that, Chuck.
Chuck, man. Shout out to you, brother.
Absolutely, man. Yo, so since we were speaking about Battlefield for our impressions, or giving our impressions about Battlefield,
Hmm.
there's something where a lot of people's not talking about, but we got to highlight this. When it comes to the dual entitlement for the game. So Battlefield 2042 now supports dual entitlement digitally on PlayStation 5. So what is stated here, there's a correction that happened where, there was something where you can buy like a cross-gen bundle for like PlayStation 4 and 5. The only way you will get the cross-gen. So here's the correction. In this article, we originally suggested that Battlefield 2042 has a free PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 upgrade, but that is not technically true. You'll only be entitled to a cross-gen bundle if you purchase the PlayStation 5 version of the game digitally. Buying the PlayStation 4 version of the game digitally will not get you the cross-gen bundle. Of course, you don't have a PlayStation 5. You can still get the PlayStation 5 digital version and download the PlayStation 4 version until you transition over to the next gen.
I have no experience.
The reason why this is brought up, Persona, because this was a issue when it came to Horizon Forbidden West, and everybody brought up an uproar.
Yep.
But I don't really hear anybody, you know, talking when it comes to Battlefield. So what's your take on this, man?
I have no experience. I have no experience.
Yo, listen, bro. You thought EA was about to let that slide? Let me explain to you boys something about. They don't give a damn. You feel me? They are most definitely going to. No, you gonna pay. You gonna pay. You are gonna pay. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Nothing about this surprises me. Nothing about this is shocking. What even the perception from the community or lack thereof when it comes to the outrage and uproar, I'm not surprised about that either. Honestly, because at the end of the day, like people love to say, oh well, you know, it's Battlefield, and you know, Battlefield's different. It's different. No, it's not. But you know, people will buy it, so it is what it is.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people is going to say nobody's going to buy this game on PlayStation 4 anyway. But I just find it funny that the stark difference between, you know, PlayStation doing something very similar and changing it and what they said, where if you buy the PlayStation 4 version of this game, you don't I don't know if they have like a upgrade path. But yeah, you don't get the PlayStation 5 version, which I'm not even upset about it. But I just brought it up just to let people know that if you do buy the PlayStation 4 version or you pre-order that version, and you're going to get a PlayStation 5 later, you're not getting a free upgrade. More than likely they have a upgrade path, but you're not getting a free upgrade. So if you want to have like two versions of the game, buy the PlayStation 5 version. They didn't tell you if there's any specific version of the PlayStation 5 you got to buy, like, you know, like the Ultimate Bundle or like the I know they have like two different versions. They have the $120 version and the $90 version. I don't know if that's the one that you have to buy, but matter of fact, we can check right now. Hold on. Let me do a live check real quick. On Battlefield. All right, so let me go into pre-orders here. Oh, where you at, Battlefield? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's the open beta. Let's check here, Persona. All right, so let me go to the standard edition for PlayStation 5, $70. It is saying here. Oh no, yeah, you get both versions on the standard edition. So the $70 version, you get both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
But you have to buy the PS5 version.
But you have to buy the PlayStation 5 version, not the PlayStation.
So
4.
70, you spending 70.
Yes. So you spending 70 regardless. You know? So, but yeah, that's just a quick little tidbit there. Little news here as well, man. So Tales of Arise, you know, we all completed it. We beat it. Great game. My personal game of the year. I think Persona's personal game of the year as well.
Yes, sir, it is.
They added some free DLC and they upped the difficulty levels. So they added some difficulty levels and stuff like that. So the DLC, there's additional difficulty pack where it adds some artifacts, unknown difficulty level, adds an unknown difficulty level, and the difficulty level is selectable in the setting screens. Very easy difficulty level, and adds it adds a really hard difficulty, and a very, very easy
Well,
difficulty.
it's called an unknown. The difficulty is
Oh, yeah,
called unknown.
Okay.
So that's like some, because chaos. When you beat the game, you get the chaos difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
This difficulty is like higher than chaos, and chaos is after hard.
Yep.
So this is definitely going to be a really, really tough difficulty for those that were looking for more of a challenge. They felt that the game was a little too difficult, too easy, even on hard. Here you go.
I didn't feel the game was too easy on hard. Hard definitely gave you a challenge though, because
Yes, it did.
There's times you get just like one swiped and you're just dead.
Yeah, one battle, you burning through that CP quick, boy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna
would
rest.
be healing her ass off, boy.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
One battle, all your apple gels, your orange gels, your grape gels, all that stuff
Your
is
life
gone.
bottles,
Yep.
all that'll be gone.
All of that is
crazy.
gone. So anybody saying the hard is easy, I gotta see your gameplay, because that hard is definitely not easy. But yeah, chaos.
Some of those like secret boss fights and everything.
Yeah,
they're
man.
not easy. They're not easy.
Even the main bosses, like some of these dudes, Ganabelt,
The Lords.
Yeah, the Lords is really tough.
Yeah, very
Volveron
tough.
is really,
especially if you're fighting them in the reminiscent device.
Oh yeah.
Do that on chaos on unknown difficulty.
Yeah, chaos I didn't play yet. Unknown difficulty, we'll definitely see how that is, man, because
yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
It's crazy out here. They also added some new DLC as far as like Sword Art Online, so that's pretty cool. I like when games do that stuff.
Yeah, nice crossover, and I like that they give you the costumes and all that as well. For Kirito and I forgot the old girl name for Sword Art, but Shion and Alphen get Asuna. That's the girl. Yeah, that's shorty name. Yeah, the Shion and Alphen get their costumes and their weapons. Pretty cool.
Yo, man. So Persona, do you have a 4K HDR OLED TV?
Yes.
Do you have an 8K TV?
Absolutely not.
Do you have a 6K TV?
Absolutely not.
Do your TV auto HDRs with tone mapping?
I think the LGC one does that.
I think it does as well. But Sony unveils a perfect match for the PlayStation 5 with the Bravia XR TVs. It includes auto HDR tone maps. So Sony is out here promoting their TVs once again. I think the what's called the
X900H.
Yeah, X900H. They was doing that when the PlayStation 5 first came out. And now they're back again here. Let you guys know that they're having a new lines of Bravias that's coming out where they said it's a perfect match for your.
No, finish your thought. Go ahead.
Nah, for your PlayStation 5. So they're showcasing it with Gran Turismo 7. So here's what HDR off. Here's what you definitely see a difference here, but
yeah. So with this as well, this is actually an update that's pushed out to all their recent Bravia TVs, including the X900H.
Oh,
so
they updated.
If you have, so if you have the X900H, or any more recent TV from that starting point, you'll get this update. Now it's a select few TVs, and I think they listed in the article as well, Bari. But if you do, because I remember the X900H last year was, I grabbed that TV thinking it was going to be, the best for PlayStation, and it's a great TV for a great price.
It ain't
so
OLED.
Expect that. Yeah, it ain't an OLED. So expect to see that update. It's already started rolling through. So expect to see that update hit your TV pretty soon. Which I think is a good thing, like in terms of this update. But C1 is just it's
anybody, because I was there with you guys, man. So anybody that's scared to get an OLED, don't, man, because these OLED screens now are really, they have these smart screens where, like, say you're leaving the TV on, it would dim itself and it will go into like this screensaver mode and all that stuff. So you ain't gotta worry about your screen burning and all that crap that I was fearful about when it came to OLEDs. But if you really want these PlayStation 5 games to shine, OLED is a huge difference, especially like a game like Ratchet and Clank and those colorful, bright games. Like playing Returnal on a CX, yo, that jump looked amazing to me. I don't know how people be like Returnal don't look graphically good. Like, what?
Returnal's beautiful, man. I don't know what people like the OLED, especially the C1, the LG C1 is such a good like because I was you know me, Bari. I was like hitting you up and doing like a ton of research. I was scared, man, because I do not want to type of money on a TV and that to happen because I play a lot of games. So like I don't want that to happen. And I pulled the trigger. I'm never going back, bro. Like, yo, any TV I buy after this, it's an OLED, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a much better OLED. 100%. Yeah, it's OLED, bro.
So yeah, man. Yeah, so look out for those updates. So look out for those TVs, guys, and you know, get cracking on that PlayStation 5. You know the vibes. Yes. But yo, moving along, man. Sony Santa Monica came out with a nice little update letting people know that God of War Ragnarok will be supporting a multitude of languages. And they do have a list here as far as the languages that they're going to be supporting. And yeah, this is a great thing, you know, to see, because sometimes games come out and they don't really support like certain localizations. And, you know, it sucks that, say, you know, you do speak Italian or something, they don't have like the fully localization in Italian. So you got to play in another language with like subtitles or whatever, you know what I mean? So this is kind of cool update, let you know all the stuff that they're fully localizing when it comes to voice and text. And here's the stuff that they have only for text as well. So yeah, this is great. Do you guys see any languages that you want to support here? I seen that they got everything pretty much. I don't see patois. So yeah, yo, Sony Santa Monica, I need you guys to support patois, okay? I want to hear Kratos say, "Boy." I want you to do. I want you to do. Come here, sir.
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Come here, boy. I want to tell you. Hey, also shout out to Sony Santa Monica, man. Let me see if I can act.
When we come here far.
You think me I play with you? You think me I play with you? You think me I play with you? Scene. Go on, fetch my axe. Go on, fetch my axe. Hey, yo, that would be fire, boy. Yo, if they supported patois like Jamaican, I
would definitely download that shit.
I will be streaming the game day one if they support that, bro. Go on, fetch Max. Yo, that would be lit.
Far.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
Here, Mamir say, yeah, man. Medea. Yo, Persona, I saw you tweeting this out, man. Where Babylon Falls is getting a visual upgrade.
Get some lotion.
Yes, sir.
Game getting some lotion, boy.
Yeah. They got the jergens going on over there. Oh, Babylon Falls.
Bro, they giving that butter. That game got some cocoa butter, boy. This is good because, like I was saying when I shared this out, when we seen this at E3, it looked ashy. It looked ashy, bro. It looked very, very ashy. It didn't look very impressive graphically, in my opinion. But I'm glad to see that they are improving the game and, you know, keeping us updated on that stuff. It looks a lot better, in my opinion. Much more detailed. The colors pop a bit more. I'm happy.
Yeah, they definitely put some lotion on it for sure. And it was much needed. You know what I mean? Like, I feel the game visually looked worse when we saw it at E3. I was like, wait, this doesn't really look like that good. But here, you definitely see a color difference here, like adding it just pops more. So happy that they updating the game. Still, I know a lot of people still questioning as far as like games as a service, and if they're gonna cop this game. But I'm interested in, man, because I do like Platinum games. I like their combat, and we'll definitely see how it is when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yo, so this one right here, Persona, I gotta let the clip play. Okay, so I'm gonna have the volume
That's Jade
turned
Raymond.
up.
You
Yep,
mentioned this earlier. You've
this
immediately.
is Jade Raymond. We're
watch.
gonna have the clip play. But Jade Raymond was speaking on pretty much why she partnered up with PlayStation when she pretty much created Haven Studios, a new studio that they have, and they're partnering up with PlayStation, and she's giving a detailed reason as far as why she's partnering up and why PlayStation is the best choice when it comes to Haven Studios and their first game. So we're gonna play it here. I'm gonna be quiet and let you guys listen to it. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Let me see here and listen to Jade Raymond give her a reasoning of why partnering with PlayStation. Here we go.
Well, you mentioned this earlier. You've immediately partnered with PlayStation and that whole team. But I'm sure you had your pick of backers. So why Sony? What was it that made you go right? No, that's the partner.
Well, there are many reasons. I think, Sony really does have the best reputation for supporting the creative process and supporting dev teams. I've done a lot of talking to different developers about their experience, working with different publishers, and Sony does stand out as being a company that really understands the creative process and developing games and supports the dev teams and gives them the autonomy they need. So that was a big attractor. Also, just we're all sort of, big fans since we're kids of Sony. So there's something really cool about getting to work on a, first party PlayStation game that was really appealing to us. Like sort of, for a lot of people, a dream of something they wanted to do. So it was, I guess just we're all super, super excited about the opportunity.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
You mentioned the team being excited about working with PlayStation. You mentioned the team. You mentioned a few names already. So, but can you tell us about the team? Who are the key players? And you said 53 of you. Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about them.
Yeah. So we have a bunch.
Persona. Can Jade Raymond get a trophy? Can we get Jade Raymond a trophy?
So, absolutely.
Persona, man, she said quite a lot there. A lot of things that, a lot of people have these assumptions with PlayStation and what they do. She kind of debunked a lot of that stuff there because she said she went to other publishers and developers. Talk about it, Persona. What's your thoughts, man?
When it comes to like some of the things people like to put on PlayStation, I always love the fact that PlayStation doesn't respond, but the developers themselves respond. It's always funny because I remember like people were saying that PlayStation supports smaller teams and doesn't give really help and all this other, which were like definitely like a lot of that was bullshit.
Well,
but
you mentioned this earlier. You've immediately
one of the things that I've said before about PlayStation is that when it comes to a lot of other development teams and a lot of other business within the game industry, a lot of people look at PlayStation's quality and the type of games PlayStation inspires a lot of devs, right? Even developers that they are in competition with, developers that like the games that PlayStation Studios make are very inspiring games. And I think that's very important when it comes to doing business within the industry, because one of the things that I was speaking about on my personal show this week actually was being verifiable, right? And obviously, when I was speaking to the sense of that, it was more so to the sense of tags and things like that. But when it comes to PlayStation and the whole "are you verifiable?", when it comes to PlayStation approaching a studio or approaching a publishing house or approaching a new team and saying, "Hey, we want you to make your game exclusively for our console. And this is the reason why. And those reasons why are the verification that really gives a team, a development studio, a director to say, yes, this is where I want to be. Yes, where I want my game to debut. Because me aligning myself with such an entity like PlayStation bodes well for both PlayStation, but also myself and my team as a developer. And people are inspired, right? And then it also, she says that they are fans of, again, going back to the games. Some of the greatest games have released from PlayStation within the past generation. You know, Spider-Man, God of War, you know, Last of Us, Uncharted. Games that have made people cry, happy, tons of artwork, just tons of love and care and PSX and different community building. So with PlayStation having such a large tie into the community, to the industry, and being able to inspire people within this industry, it's a no-brainer. And I'm not surprised that she said that, and I'm not surprised that a lot of people at her studio are fans of PlayStation, because look at what PlayStation puts out.
Absolutely, man. Like it's also good hearing stuff like this, because it's such a contrast between what a lot of people want to push, like certain notions that PlayStation's about and what they do, but when people are actually working with them, like let's debunk all of that. It's always like good to hear, because you know what I mean, we are fans of PlayStation, and you know when we see, you know, these developers partnering up with PlayStation, Haven Studios, Firewalk, Deviation Games, there's obviously a reason there. They're obviously great to work with. They're obviously easy to work with. You know what I mean? And there's a rapport there that these developers or these publishers just like working with PlayStation. You know what I mean? There's a reason in there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, this was a great clip here. I definitely want to watch the entire interview.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah.
You know, because we learned a lot when it comes to clips on Twitter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Definitely want to watch the full fireside chat from GameIndustry.biz. Shout out to them.
Yeah, we want to see the whole interview, but this was good to hear. I'm not even going to
Yes.
you know, lie, man. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna put out a lot of content for the PlayStation Nation, man. I see you, Sick. I will be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, moving along, man. Persona, man. We got this rumor that came out. You know how we are when it comes to rumors. We kind of don't like to play around with them, or we kind of don't like to really talk about them. But the PlayStation rumors is always like the most extravagant thing. Like it's never just like a light rumor. You know what I mean? It's always this like,
it's got to be like this earth-shattering.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, it for me, it makes it so unbelievable, because it's too monumental.
Yeah.
I just feel like something of that caliber wouldn't slip, personally. But go ahead.
Yeah, so PlayStation will announce a big remake this Christmas, musician claims. So a singer-songwriter claims that they have recorded a theme for an unannounced exclusive to PlayStation. Exclusive. So Michael McMahon, he pretty much said, I recently wrote a song for a PlayStation game. It's actually happening about a year and a half ago. It was just as it hit the pandemic. Michael got in touch and listened, and we're writing music for a remake of a PlayStation game. But he does that a lot. He says that he's done a lot of writings for different games that are very well known. But I'm actually not a gamer myself, so this dude don't play no games. But you know, he's writing music for the games. Well, how do you feel, man? Is it coming from like a credible source here? Because I mean, I don't think the dude is lying, but it does sound like you don't play no games. How would you know that this is like a, you know, like a big remake or whatnot? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man, how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it, but
If he's done music for other games in the past, I mean, it gives some validity. But Why now? Why say it now and not last year? What's changed? I'm sure you're under NDA or something like that.
Listen, when this holiday comes and we don't see an announcement, Ebha McMahon, Michael McGlynn, you know, the writers and the songs, the singers.
Wait. But who is? I'm reading it and it says, I recently just wrote a song for PlayStation with Michael McGlynn.
Yeah, so Michael
McMahon says, so,
is the songwriter as well.
so
Ebha McMahon is the singer. The dude that sang the quote. Yeah, the McMahon dude is.
Okay, he's a folk singer who performs for Ava, old Irish radio station Lunchbox Show on Thursday. That she recorded an Irish language theme for the game, which has yet to be revealed. I don't think she's lying. I think she's telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't think they lying
I
either.
think she's telling. Yeah, I don't think they're lying. I think she's telling the truth. I do. Honestly, I do, because something like this can ruin her career. A lie like that. But I don't think she's lying. I don't think so.
So yeah, I mean, pretty much got 2 months, you know.
But it might not be. It might not be because she's not a gamer. I'm gonna throw the hat in the ring for a second. Just because she's not a gamer, right? So it might be a game that has a third party deal with PlayStation and not necessarily a PlayStation exclusive remake coming back revival type. You get what I'm saying? It might be a revival from somebody else, but they're partnered with PlayStation. PlayStation might be handling the music aspect because we know Sony also is a music company. So it might be there might be some misconstruing with that. But if it is a big game coming directly from PlayStation and it's a remake, man, but Irish folk singer.
No, but they specified here. It said Michael got in touch and just said, "Listen, we're writing music for a remake of a PlayStation game."
Mm, mm.
This is in quote too. They got a quotation here.
All right, so then I mean,
Yo,
I don't know.
Got you speculated now. Like,
I mean, a folklore. What type of game would really require a folk singer? I'm trying to think of games that would, where the atmosphere or the setting of the game or whatever the case would require folklore music. I can't really think of anything off the back of my head.
Yo, but the Game Awards,
I don't know.
December 9th, man.
Yeah, the Game Awards is December, so you know we'll see what happens, man. Here's my thing, man.
Folklore from PS3. Yo, y'all crazy.
Folklore, I'm good. I'm sick of all this hoping and anticipation to be let down, bro. I hear what he's saying, and I'm sure I know. I'm not putting a lot of stock into it, man. I'm not, because I'm sick of doing that. How long have we been doing? Oh no, the show's gonna happen. No, not next time. No, next time. I'm done, bro. I'm done. It's a waste. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till PlayStation reveal whenever they do. I'm not even going to stress it.
Yeah, man. It is crazy. We'll definitely see. I mean, pretty much got 2 more months. December 9th or 8th, whenever the Game Awards is. It's 2 months away. So, you know, we'll definitely see. But moving along here, man. It's official, Persona, man. Yakuza creator Toshinero Nagoshi is leaving both RGG and Sega. Daisuke Sato is also leaving, you know, there as well. So they have their messages here from Toshinero, and we also have one here from Daisuke saying that they're leaving RGG. Um, we'll talk about this, on our personal channels, on the reasonings, or assuming. But these are people that that been a part of RGG and Sega for a very long
It's the
time.
beginning. It's the beginning, bro. The man created the Yakuza series, bro. Come on.
I'll say this. It felt very off.
Yes, sir.
With the release of Yakuza Like a Dragon and how they treated PlayStation fans with that game.
I can't wait for that Speak for the Hearts.
Cause you remember before the console came out? You remember I was going in. In.
Yes, sir.
So
I'm with you. Listen.
Stuff like
man.
this is not a coincidence. You know what I mean?
And it's also not. This isn't. See, a lot of people aren't treating this as like red alert type of news, big news or whatever. Bro, the creator of Yakuza and the head of RG both simultaneously are leaving. No. No. Look at Sega, look at RGG, and try to understand something is brewing in the kitchen. And where they end up, I think might surprise a lot of people. I think they might end up at, I know a lot of Yakuza creator Toshinero, he's going to Neti. In terms of the Daisuke, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Daisuke. Yo, you breaking up a little bit, Persona, where you coming in and out.
Is that better now?
Just keep going. I mean, when you was talking about the two, you was going in and out a little bit.
Am I breaking up now? Am I good?
No, you're good now. Yeah.
Yeah. So Daisuke, I'm not sure where he's going, but for Toshinero, I don't know. I just think these two leaving simultaneously, it doesn't. It just doesn't look normal to me. Now it might just leave all the time. You feel me? But it's just like, I don't know.
Are they running away from something, Persona?
It's like Neil Druckmann just up and leaving. Naughty Dog.
Are they leaving on a high note?
I don't know. I haven't played Yakuza 7, so I can't say. I know a lot of people like it, but I don't think so. I don't like how they treat it.
You also had Lost Judgment came out as well.
Lost Judgment, which I think is actually I haven't played that yet either, but Judge Eyes was really good, or Judgment was good, so I have high hopes and confidence in Lost Judgment.
Listen, man, tune in for Speak from the Heart this week. It's going to be good. we're gonna end it right there. But yo, we gotta talk about my man Jim Ryan. You know what I mean? We had the former president and CEO of Sony Interactive last weekend. And it's only right that we talk about Jim Ryan, the new current president and CEO of Sony Interactive, PlayStation, and the things that he said in his latest interview. So we're gonna do this piece by piece, where here's what we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the positives here, right? So here is Jim Ryan, because we don't want to paint the picture of Jim Ryan saying something bad, and everybody like, oh, Jim Ryan, fine. We don't want to do that. So Sony's Jim Ryan says the pipeline of games coming to PlayStation 5 is the strongest we've ever had for any of our consoles. So he's basically saying that all right, here we go. We can just take the quote from what he said. The launch lineup was the best we've ever had, and I submit the best that any console platform have ever had. The work we've done since then is excellent, with Returnal, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, MLB The Show for the United States, which is a fine game. The pipeline of games that we have coming is just fantastic. It's by far the strongest we've ever had for any other of our consoles. Can't wait to see these games starting to drop. Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7. So yeah, I mean he is He is kind of right here. Like the
No,
pipe.
ain't no kinda. He is right.
Yeah.
No, he is right. That's not. Look at the lineup,
They
bro.
dropping heat.
First
They
year.
dropping heat.
The first year lineup for PS5.
Yo, what's good, guys, man?
That's a fact.
Yeah, they dropping heat. They dropping heat. Yo, God of War, Horizon, Gran Turismo, all in the same year.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's a monumental lineup. That's about to 2022 is about to be crazy. You understand what I say?
Then next year you got Spider-Man 2. Possibly Wolverine come out the same year. We don't know. Depending on how far they are with the game, because they said they got gameplay already for that game, and the story is pretty much there already with the game. If you read that blog article, not talking to you, Persona, but people in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I agree. The pipeline seems like it's going to be very, very strong for the PlayStation 5, and these are the stuff that we know about. You get what I'm saying? What about the stuff we don't know about? And I hate using that quote. Trust me, I know the what we don't know about, but like Herman Ho said, they got like 25 games being created in PlayStation Studios. A lot of stuff coming down for PlayStation 5. So I think that's a great thing. It gives a lot of incentive to keep you in the PlayStation ecosystem. Wrong or right, Persona? Can you agree?
100% correct. I agree with you 1,000,000%.
But with all things Persona, there's two sides to the coin.
Yes, sir.
And we have, I like what PlayStation University is doing here, right? Look at this, right? So here's the differences between the two articles, right? You have this tagline here, you have this title, and you have the PlayStation, and the horizon is bright, right, in the background, right? Then we have the next article. Do you want me to click on the next article, Persona? Yes or no? It's up to you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna click it. Look what they put here. So Jim Ryan wants to open PlayStation to a much wider audience. So this is coming from the same interview from GameIndustry.biz, where I'm going to take the quote here. Oh, here's a quote. He says here, this is what Jim Ryan said during this interview. You guys can watch the interview. We can drop the link to the interview you guys want, so you guys can check out the whole interview with Jim Ryan, which I think you guys should anyway. I'd like to see a world where games that we make at PlayStation can be enjoyed by many tens of millions of people, perhaps hundreds of millions of people. Ryan doesn't specify how he wants people to enjoy them. Interestingly, though, that is more likely by design as PlayStation continues to open their first party to PC. So they gave a little opinion there. He didn't specify what he meant. But what do you think he meant there, Persona?
No, if you watch the fireside chat, I watched the fireside chat this morning, actually, the whole thing, and he kind of transitions. Now, listen, I'm not going to make up some bullshit, right? The way it transitions is on how the greatest lineup and things like that, in terms of the first article, and he literally transitions because the interviewer actually asked him, so what about the future, right? And that's when he starts speaking about he kind of starts talking about like how Sean Layden was, where he was speaking to more so with PlayStation having that wall. I don't want to call it a wall, and because a wall seems to come off as it has a negative connotation to it. But he speaks about how their game's selling very well at 20 or 30 million, and I'm cutting off. What?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit. I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but there's moments where it's just like a little bit of dead air.
Hold on.
I get what you're saying. Basically, you're pretty much saying that he wants to break down the barrier between people on other platforms to get to play all these great games on PlayStation. Kind of like the same mindset when Sean Layden said
how's that now? Is that better?
I think you should leave and come back in. Maybe it's something with Discord.
I don't know.
Or you can just refresh it.
All right, I'm back.
All right, so continue your point. What you were saying.
So what I was, let me know if it's cutting in and out, guys, while I talk.
Mhm.
But what I was saying is that when it came to PlayStation and them selling 20 or 30 million, although that's good, he's looking at it as, you know, wanting to kind of go beyond that, because the console, the amount of consoles that are out there are kind of the same. He was using a lot of the same talking points of what Sean Layden was saying, right? With, you know, the console market not growing at an exponential rate. He didn't say those words. I'm paraphrasing. He's not saying that specifically, but his vision and what he wants is he wants to have PlayStation games reach tens of millions of hundreds of millions of people, and so, you know, that is something that he hopes to see in the future. He did not specify, you know, oh yeah, day and date, or, you know, games going to PC or whatever the case may be. Am I still cutting out, Barry?
No, you're good on my end.
He didn't say anything about you know, day and date or whatever, because I see a lot of people kind of pushing that notion, but you know, his talks does kind of push along the lines, teeter along the lines of his vision is he does want to kind of push kind of like a movie theater method, where release in theaters and then kind of the trickle down method. I think that's something that Jim Ryan is kind of floating around in his brain of what he kind of sees for the future of PlayStation, and obviously that future of PlayStation, um, in my opinion, isn't it. I'll say that for when Persona speaks, because I have to speak very freely and I can't do that here. But I think when it comes to day and date, I do think that is not something that PlayStation will do. I see a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, day and date's coming soon." Da 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 da. And I'm like, I really don't think so. Do I think the games are going to start transitioning to PC at a much more frequent pace after the fact? Sure, but I do not see a day and date model happening. I do not see a day and date model happening with PlayStation, because it's just not something. Their games are just not. I just don't see that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we're going to see like a day and date. The way how Sean Layden laid it out, it makes sense as far as like why PlayStation would try to reach out to like PC gamers, because it that possibility of bringing, you know, somebody that never touched a PlayStation to PlayStation can happen there by, you know, dangling the carrot there. Hey, here's Horizon Zero Dawn, or here's Death Stranding.
Well, I think that was to Sean Layden, you know, because I think that was more the vision of Sean Layden. I think when he first introduced the whole PC thing, his strategy and what he wanted to do was put some stuff over on PlayStation. I mean, excuse me, over on PC, and then kind of, you know, like you said, dangle a carrot and get people back. Which I don't. I kind of sort of I understand where Sean Layden was coming from with that. I don't agree with it 100% in terms of that being a mod, because again, a lot of these PC people, if they cared about consoles or the games that were coming out on them, I really do think they would have them. Honestly, I really do, because the games, who's going to miss out on that? People.
No, but
I would want to play that right away.
To
but
go with his point as
Jim
well,
Ryan,
it's not just the you know, it's specific games that have reached their lifetime on PlayStation, right? There's nobody, there's sales not going on there. So he because you remember when he questioned, he was like, "Yo, but what's the percentage?" He was like, "It doesn't matter. Like if it's 5% or 10% of the people that will cross over, that's more money regardless." You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's still better than
but
nothing.
I think, to Jim Ryan's point and what his vision is, I think it's a bit of what Sean Layden introduced, but I think he's taking it much further and saying, you know, no, we won't. And again, this is what I think. Let me specify that this is not what he's saying. This is what I think based off what he's saying in this fireside chat, what Sean Layden has said in the show, in our interview, and how I see PlayStation moving based off what they've done with some of the games that have gone to PC so far. Again, I think the biggest titles will go there. Not day and date, because they still want you to buy a PlayStation.
I don't think they will ever go day and day. I agree with
No,
that.
they won't, because I do believe Jim Ryan when he says PlayStation is still our main focus. How is PlayStation, if they were to go day and date, how is PlayStation your main focus? Right? But I do think with some of the larger titles, I do think he wants to incorporate a trickle down method of a year, maybe a year and a half on PlayStation, and then it hits PC type of ordeal. I do think that's something he's trying to implement based off how he's speaking and based off what Sean Layden has said in his recent interview with us about introducing games to PlayStation and pulling in new people.
Yeah, I don't think their methods are different. You know what I mean? Like they pretty much sound the same way. I think Sean Layden pretty much started something as far as with the PC movement, as far as bringing people over. I think the same mindset Jim Ryan has as far as wanting to strengthen the brand of PlayStation, but to reach a much wider audience with PC.
Can I say something too? Because I see people in the chat say, yeah, if they want to reach hundreds of millions, they need PC to do that. What about some of these other titles that do not sell as much on PC as they do on consoles? I'm not sure, and maybe this is because I'm not in those rooms, but I'm not seeing, and this is with all due respect, I'm not seeing what people are seeing in the PC community in terms of sales. I'm not seeing that. I understand everybody has this vision and dream of, oh yeah, put it on PC because it'll sell hundreds of millions or more. I don't believe that. I really don't, because I don't see PC people, a lot of PC people, two things, maybe three, depending on how I go. I don't see PC people buying these day one, or not all of them, some will, because we already know how they feel about spending full price for games. I don't see PC people, we got the pirate crowd, right, which is a percentage, 2. And then 3, I don't see a lot of I don't see a demographic of PC people even caring about these games. Because if they did, they would have bought, I truly believe they would have bought a PlayStation to play this stuff. I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing that whole gateway to PC being how you get millions of sales shit. I really don't see that.
No, I mean, PlayStation are already hitting those millions of sales. I don't think PC, you're going to get like millions of sales. You might get like hundreds of thousands. But you're still getting something from like a game that is not selling anymore. Like on PlayStation, it might sell a little bit, but you're still getting some type of revenue from that. And the fact that you can attract, because like I said, most people in this community, from how they sound, which is not really what they're going to do. They're going to wait on these games, but majority of those PC players, they have those PlayStation 5s. You know what I mean? So the method did work, as far as, whatever percentage that you want to look at. Because I can point out people in this specific community and be like, yo, they bought a PlayStation 5 due to the fact that they're not going to wait for these type of games, but they're also mainly PlayStation. They mainly PC gamers. You know what I mean? They could easily wait for these games because PlayStation strategy is to put the game on PC, but PlayStation already attracted them towards their platform to get their new console because of whatever game they probably played on PC or whatnot. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I necessarily don't agree.
That's the only thing I'm saying. Yeah,
with the methodology, but I do understand it. You know what I mean?
No, I understand as well.
Sense. And it's not like it's a strategy that don't make sense. It does make sense.
Yeah, and I do want to specify that I'm not saying that PC gamers wouldn't buy the games. That clearly there's a demographic of people on PC that will, or else PlayStation would not be trying to tap into that market, right? I just think the percentage. So, for example, Spider-Man 2018 sold 25 million, maybe even 30 million now. Who knows? But let's say 25 million, just be 25 million just on PlayStation 4. I don't think 25 million people on PC would buy that. Even with the number being that large of how many people own PCs and play on PC, I don't think 25. I don't think they would reach 25 million.
Absolutely.
With a game like that.
Like Uncharted about to drop on PC. Uncharted sold like 2016 like 20 million as well. You're not going to see that type of sale on PC.
No,
but you also got to take into account that there's probably a lot of people that already played the game on PlayStation,
On PlayStation, yes,
but they didn't buy it.
But to kind of keep it at its most common denominator, money's money. You feel me? Even if I'm getting 250 million 250,000 sales number on PC, I'm thinking PlayStation is looking at it and saying, well, that's good because that's extra money on top of the 20 million or whatever the case may be. But to say tens of millions or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree also with Killer Dude in the chat. The strategy, we don't know the strategy as far as what he's specifying here or what he's talking about as far as reaching other people. It could be streaming as well, because they are up in their efforts when it comes to streaming. Like now with remote play, you don't need to be on the Wi-Fi to remote play anymore. I think PS Now needs more for mobile push as well to phones and stuff like that. I think that would be dope if you want to, get more people within that PlayStation ecosystem. So there could, and there's also the mobile division as well. There have been a lot of hiring when it comes to PlayStation and mobile. I think they hired like a new chief or head over there at the mobile division and all that stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could take place as far as just bringing from mobile to PC to just that regular casual streamer, that's just want to get that in and out experience, to the PlayStation brand. So there's many things that we can elaborate on, but the PC strategy is what we're talking about, because that's the more focal one that they're doing. Everything else, the mobile push is not really there yet. It's coming. We know it's coming, but it's not there yet. The streaming push, they've been doing that since 2013, but they're not really doing it on a level of PS Now is on your mobile phones and you can stream it from there. You know what I mean? So that's not really there yet. But the PC push, that is actually something that's is tangible. That's something concrete that we've seen them doing that. So that's why we're talking about the PC push.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point though. Because again, people are just grasping at straws. Nothing is concrete. People are teetering around or trying to kind of misconstrue his words. It could just mean making PS Now more available or more viable, or it could be what we've talked about with the whole trickle down method. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a wait and see approach.
Yep.
But if you couple what Jim Ryan has said with what Sean Layden has said, I think it might be a culmination of that.
Yep. Pretty much, man. But we'll definitely see, man. We got a lot of PlayStation 5 games down the pipeline, according to Jim. Can't wait to show them off. We got some rumors, and can't wait to see what's on the horizon of PlayStation 5 and what he's talking about here. So we'll definitely see in the upcoming months for sure. But let's push on and move along. Persona, man, we are finally at the point where we're going to be giving out these trophies. There's your gold trophies, guys. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast and sticking with us on this Friday evening. Like I said, we'll be back on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time next week. But this is just something that we did because, personal matters is we got to handle on tomorrow throughout the whole day. But we are at the topics, man. Persona, we at the topics, and you know me.
Yes, sir.
And I know you. But you know me more than I know you. And I know you more than you know me, but we all know each other, Persona. Huh? Yes, and sir. I know this week you saw one of the dumbest, one of the most stupidest, one of the most casual suggestions made in gaming ever.
I did.
The options to skip boss fights. Should that be a thing, Persona, in gaming?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
This is where we're at now in gaming, Persona.
Yeah.
People want easy modes. Even with the easy modes, Persona, they want to skip the boss fights.
Man, I'm speechless at this point, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what more a developer can do to make an experience as easy or seamless as possible for some of these people within the community. Where you have very easy mode, story mode, all of these accessibility options, and all this stuff. It's like at that point, you might as well be just watching a movie.
Exactly.
Like at this point, you might as well just be watching a movie. Like you might as well just watch movies and watch TV because you don't even want to do the bare minimum.
You don't want to interact with the game
in a game. Yeah, like go watch TV. go watch a stream or something. Go watch TV.
You want to hear a funny point?
Something.
Point on Persona.
What?
When it comes to video game movies, that being said, they are bad. Most of them is bad. People don't even go out to watch those. But the actual video game, people don't want to play.
Nope.
Easy modes. You had this one girl talking about, just get me to the story. I don't want to do anything hard. Just boop boop boop. QTE boom. Keep it moving. Easy mode. Easy mode. Easy mode. Then now this one is suggesting skipping boss fights. It's no longer video games if developers are catering to people like this, in my opinion.
I agree, man. I'm not saying that to be rude or to be mean, but we have to draw a line.
Absolutely.
We have to draw a line, because if we don't draw a line, it becomes this.
Absolutely.
If games start putting skip boss fight in it, bro, we're finished. We're finished. And then I hate when people's excuses are, well, you don't have to play in that mode. Not the point, man. Not the point. I feel like you kill a bit of the creativity, and because really the boss fights is also a part of the story and the creative process.
Exactly.
Because that's them building out, the boss, the mechanics, and things like that. You don't even respect the developers enough to experience that even on its easiest level. How disrespectful is that?
That's the developers creating another character that you might like. It might be a boss, it might be a villain, it might be an antagonist, but you might like that character. You might like that boss fight. But no, you're telling them, hey man, fuck your character. I want to skip this so I can just say I beat this game. Like, what are we doing, man?
I just want to see the story.
Like, what do we? Let's go watch the movie. If that's the case, next you're gonna be like, oh, developers should just incorporate all cutscenes in their games, and we should have the option just to watch all the cutscenes right from the beginning. Don't got to play the game. Just let's watch all the cutscenes right from the beginning.
Watch the cutscenes and keep them exactly.
That's pretty much what they want, bro.
Yeah. And I'm like, at that point, you should be watch a YouTube streamer or something like that. That's what you should do.
Yeah, you don't need to play
at that
the
point,
game.
That's what you should do.
You don't need
go
to play
watch
the
some
game.
streams or something like that, or like I said, go watch TV. But this skipping boss fights is where I draw the line.
Persona's gatekeeping. Like, you're gatekeeping, Persona. That's what they're gonna say. You're gatekeeping.
Nah. That's not gatekeeping, bro.
How dare you tell me how I want to enjoy my video game, Persona? I want to skip the boss fights.
Well, go watch TV. That's my response, bro. Go watch TV.
This is fucking crazy.
It's a waste. It's a waste, man. And I really do wonder what some developers think. Like when they doing this, and they're like,
I think they think two things. I think they think two things. One, they think some of these people are crazy. Like, damn, you don't want to even play our game. How dare you?
I'm trying to create this game and cater to you. Fuck out of here.
How dare you tell us you wanted to skip what we've been working on for 3 to 5 years? How dare you? Right? That's the first thing.
Yep.
The second thing is, this is the business side. That might be a potential sale. We might have to cater to that person.
don't agree with catering to that, man. That's one part of that I don't agree, man. Where it's like, yo,
But that's a potential
keep it
sale
moving,
that they
man.
missing.
I know, and it sucks that that's how we have to look at it. Because it's like, yo, tough games. If it's a game for you, if it's a game you don't like because you can't beat it or whatever, move on. I don't understand this whole thing of having to force a developer to create something to your liking. If you don't like it, move on. Just like if you eat at a restaurant and you don't like the food there, you don't go back. You don't say, oh, yeah, your food is bad and you need to do this and do that. Most people just don't go back.
And there's many other games that might cater to you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's kind of hard to be like, damn, like you're telling these developers what they should be doing. Like, let people create what they want to create. If they want to create games with boss fights and all that stuff, go for it. There's games that don't have any boss fights. Why don't you play that? No, they're gonna be like, oh no, but I want to play this because this is what everybody's talking about. Well, if you want to talk with everybody about the game that everybody's talking about, guess what you got to do? You got to play it.
Yep.
Playing it is that simple.
Yep. 100%.
It is that simple. But we got
Let
two
me get these
super
super chats real quick. Yeah, let me get these. Yo, Caleb, appreciate you. $10 super chat, bro. He says, if people are saying day and date is coming soon, if so, how soon? And if that's the case, why wasn't Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine also announced for PC development? I don't think they want to eat into those PlayStations. That's what I'm saying. PlayStation is still top priority for them.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think announcing that for PlayStation and PC eats into PlayStation sales, both the game and the console.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to do that. Yeah, they're not trying to do that.
The thing is, with the PC's front, you can definitely tell that PlayStation still has a very they want to uphold the actual console itself. You know what I mean? Like, this is our primary focus.
Yeah, they want the console to be the pinnacle.
Yeah, because
not PC. Even
when it comes to PC, we're not even seeing studios from PlayStation actually doing the actual port for the PC. They're you know, they're making other developers or what other what they call it, those I forgot,
port studios and whatnot.
Yeah, like those port studios do it, you know what I mean, rather than them doing it themselves, because that's going to take away from actually developing on the console that they focus on. You know what I mean?
Yep. And then shout out to Cyber Dragon, $5 super chat. He says, gaming is about consuming the content the developers put before you. Eat the whole fucking steak.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yes, sir. And get a DLC, put a little steak sauce in there with a little DLC.
A1. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. I agree, Cyber Dragon, man. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, in a Twitter space, I think it was like a couple of months ago, where I felt like as gaming grows, right? Gaming is getting more popular and popular and popular. You're going to see a lot of these opinions come from people that never played games before, because they're just getting into it and they're going to have these ideas of, oh, let's skip a boss fight. Oh, let's skip this scene that I don't want to play. I don't want to play the game. I just want to know the story. I want to get the cool characters. Remember that other girl that had that comment like a couple of months ago? It was like, easy modes, you know what I mean, and all that crap. Yeah, you're going to see that is more so, because now gaming, as popular as it is now, you know, a lot of people are going to want to get into it. A lot of people are going to want to try these games out, and like Sean Layden says, not complete them. You know what I mean? But the business side is going to be like, they don't really care if you're completing them or not. I mean, some developers and
they only care about the sale. Yeah, no, the developers I think care, but the publishers
like, yo,
they only care about the sale. Yeah.
So add that easy mode.
But Sean Layden is right though. Like, we're in a world where people are not beating games.
Yep.
They're playing them for a little bit and they're not beating games, man. And see, but here's my thing. Why should I create anything to your liking if you can't even take the time to beat my game? Fuck out of here. Yo, I could never. I have so much respect for these developers in this industry. I could never. I could never. Yep. My studio would have got shut down, not because of bad games, because I'd have told somebody on Twitter, "Fuck you, bro." Like, it's like, yo,
I'm not going to dumb down my game for you.
Yeah.
Get good.
Yeah, well, that's a fact, man. Like, I have so much respect for these game developers. I have so much respect, because the amount of shit that they have to deal with some of these developers, and I'm not developers, with some of the people in this community, and complaining and crying about this, and also is it 60 frames and that. Yo, man, I feel for these developers, man, and I get why they don't want to talk to none of y'all, man. They don't want to like they. I get it, bro, because I see it firsthand. The shit that some of these people bitch and complain about just to not buy the game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. No.
Yep.
Crazy.
But yeah, guys, we are at the end of the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 56 of the What's Up PlayStation podcast. If you did, hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, why not subscribe? You see Streamlabs going in, say, hey, enjoying the stream? Why not subscribe? But we do appreciate all the new subscribers that we got as of late. Everybody that hit the like button, all the super chats, man, thank you very much. And like we said before in the beginning of the podcast, the only reason why we did it today on, at 4 p.m. Eastern is because tomorrow gotta handle some personal business. But we'll be back Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time for episode 57. 57 episodes next week, Persona, man. October is going to be a really cool month because we got 5 podcasters that you guys are going to be, listening to for the month, man. But yo, Persona.
Yes, sir.
Let's give out these trophies because we're at the end of the show.
Sir, get the platinum.
You know what I mean? Get your platinum trophies. We giving them things out like Naughty Dog. You know the vibes. We giving them things out like Insomniac. Shout out to those studios, by the way, man. We appreciate all the work that you guys have done when it comes to, just gaming in general, man. And we are enjoying ourselves over here in the PlayStation community. But Persona, hit us with your outro, my good G.
Listen, man, I appreciate y'all coming through to the show. Like Bari said, impromptu, nice Friday show. And we had a pretty good turnout, man. So, shout out to everybody here, man. I hope you all enjoyed the show. To anybody that's watching this later on the upload, we appreciate y'all as well. Thank y'all so much for supporting us and, supporting this show and this channel, and also supporting me and Bari individually. Also for me, man, I'm streaming. I'll probably stream some more Battlefield over the weekend. I got a long weekend, right? Monday's Columbus Day. I'm off, so I got a pretty long weekend. I'm definitely gonna stream some stuff. And when Persona Speaks Monday, we definitely having our show on Monday. A couple things we'll talk about. I'm sure some more juicy news is gonna come out over the weekend. Something crazy is gonna happen over the weekend. So, somebody gonna say some craziness, and yeah, so it's gonna be a good show. And that's pretty much it from me. Well, Bari put the link in, so I'll let him kind of explain that when he does it. But yeah, a lot of good stuff is on the horizon for me personally on my channel and on WUPS. We got a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline. And we just take this journey with us, guys, man. Stay on track. But I was your co-host this week, Gaming with Persona. You can follow me on Twitter at Persona Speaks. And if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gaming with Persona, that'd be cool as well. And also subscribe here to What's Up PlayStation if you enjoy the content as well.
Yeah, man. Great stuff, my Jade Persona. And I just want to share 2 links real quick. Because guys, the PlayStation What's Up PlayStation podcast store is back up. Well, it's been back up for like about a couple of weeks, but we haven't been promoting like that. We just let
you gotta put some hoodies on here too. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we just letting Streamlabs pretty much just do its thing. But it pretty much been up. But what I want to announce here, hold on one second, is that we will be having new merch coming very, very soon to What's Up store, and we can't wait until that is done and ready. And I think you guys are going to like that a lot, because when we do things, we do things, you know what I mean? And when we do things well. So yeah, that is the first link there. What's Up PlayStation? If you guys enjoy the podcast, you want to support us, We have those t-shirts up. This is just the original design, as you guys see. You know, the Final Fantasy VII design, but we're going to have something else come up through very, very soon. But also, I want to get this link. Did I miss this link? Because we got the Pegasus Nation stuff with Optimus Code, Persona, Porter Rock, J-Dub, and myself. We have a store up and running as well, and I think Optimus Code says we can actually share this out, but I'm trying to get the link there. 1 second as I pull this stuff out. I don't want to leave the stream if I, not pulling this up. Why won't it let me visit this store? My bad, Persona. I'm trying to pull this thing up here. My bad, my bad. 1 second, guys. I really want you guys to see this. I really want you guys to see the store that Optimus have created, because we got some cool designs for it. Why won't it let me? You know what? I will share it on Twitter, because right now it's not letting me pull up the actual store. It's going to this My Creator thing. Let me check my DMs real quick just in case. But yeah, really and truly, guys, support the channel. Support us if you guys want to support us. We have the t-shirts there. And like I said, we're going to have more. We're going to have a new design coming very, very soon. So I think it's going to be very, very cool. I think you guys are going to enjoy the new design. And yeah, it's going to be dope. Trust me, it's going to be dope. But
Sir.
I will be sharing the Pegasus Nation link as well. But I just can't pull up the actual store as of right now. I got to figure that out to see why it's not being pulled up. But, and the design for that is dope as well. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to scoop up a shirt. Trust me, it's going to be, it's fire. It's actually really fire. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody coming through. Persona, Speak from the Heart Monday.
Yes, sir.
Streams Saturday and Sunday.
Speaks. Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about for you?
No, for you.
Yeah, one person. You said speak from heart. I mean, one persona speaks.
No, I said streams for you on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, just about, yeah. Saturdays and Sunday.
No streams for me this weekend, guys. Maybe Sunday if depending on what time whatever. But yeah, guys, we'll catch you guys next weekend. Same not same time, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you once again for supporting the channel. But yeah, we out of here, man. Gaming with Persona, Jay Bari. See you when we see you. We gone. Deuces.
Peace.